मम्मी के संस्कार है, मम्मी ने सिखाया है तो अपने आप आता है.
So today, more and more couples are moving on with their lives, their choices. But do you think in the aftermath, there are lives that are getting affected? Say their children, their families who still haven't maybe come up to that level where they can accept, say, an open marriage. Do you think it has a destabilizing effect on children and maybe families?
So I'd like to first in this, I'd like to say that either or always children are going to suffer. If your marriage is not working out, it is going to suffer. If you don't have, even if you have an open marriage and the boundaries, I think it's about individuals here. In an open marriage, there are 4 people, right? 4 mental healths, 4 physical healths, 4 emotional healths, 4 entities who have different cultures, ideations, ideologies, thought processes.
Absolutely.
Out of which, if you pair them up, 2 people have to come to a consensus. Then these 2 have to come to a consensus. Then these 2 have to come to a consensus. I am considering as if both husband and wife are right now in an open marriage. I feel only then that is a technically called an open marriage. Otherwise, जो इंसान open marriage में नहीं है, वो इंसान का self esteem has to be too low or too high to accept what is happening here, because he or she is not getting anything in return.
And it's not kind of one-time agreement. Okay, now we are in open marriage, so chalo abhi chalega kind of thing. So every time you need to renew that. Also, when you are having children, you need to discuss that how our relationship will now, the dynamics of it, how will it happen kind of thing. So that kind of open discussion, communication, that is required. Family are not sure, because like if you discuss this thing with family whether they will accept it or not. But yes, like having children and then the children, their kind of future. So that like when you are thinking about in totality, then it may work. And if you are just thinking like, fine, okay, I'm an individual, then it's my choice kind of thing. So then definitely, as she said, that it might go wrong. But yes, there is no that kind of answer, whether in open relationship, the children will suffer, or if it is a kind of a perfect quote unquote marriage, the children will suffer. There is no answer. So it's it depends on the kind of relationship. It depends
The
on
kind of arrangement.
arrangement, or also the atmosphere, the family atmosphere. So even if you are in open relationship and marriage, and then you are coming to home where you have your children. So how you are dealing with them, how you are talking to them, how you are nurturing them. So if they see that, okay, both the parents are like together and we are getting that kind of emotional support, yes, that will work.
I am a very strong advocate of the fact कि आपके child की age maturity, the biological age plays a very important role. 18, 19 या 20 साल के बाद आप openly अपने बच्चों से communicate करो. Tell them कि मैं parent हूँ, मैं भगवान नहीं हूँ. I can make my mistakes, I have my choices. ये workout नहीं हो रहा है, पर I am a co-parent and मैं मम्मी को नहीं या पापा को नहीं छोड़ पा रहा हूँ because हम लोग बहुत अच्छे friends हैं. तो हम लोग friends हैं, हम साथ में रह रहे हैं एज अ फैमिली, लेकिन फॉर वट एवर रीजन्स ये एक और फ्रेंड है मेरी. बट अगेन यू नो द टर्मिनोलॉजीज, द लैंग्वेज, द माइंडसेट, सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी सॉर्टेड बिफोर यू इन्फॉर्म योर पेरेंट्स, चिल्ड्रन.
Yeah, I faced something like exactly the same. So the guy who had approached me initially didn't say, he just said, oh, I have a daughter, she's like 12 years old, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. But his name suggested that there was a male first name and a female second name, like the surname. So I got very curious that what kind of a name is this? And then he's like, oh, no, that's my wife's name. And I was like, really? Like, what's going on here? So he's like, oh, no, we are in an open marriage, this is my kid. And I'm like, and you want to meet me? And like, yeah, I'm gonna make my daughter also meet you. And that was my first experience, and I was like, I really didn't know how to react, what to say, and I simply, like, I said, no, this is not going to happen. I blocked that person or whatever. I did not speak, and that's when I was like, ऐसा भी हो रहा है. That was like an eye-opening moment for me. Like, oh wow, this also is happening.
I have an input to this. I had a case which almost last month we wrapped up. People are coming up with these things when they are in emotionally the lowest in their lives as well. And when they are in the lowest of their lives, they are in so much denial. Defense mechanisms, I'm sure we all understand. Defense mechanisms are basically when you're emotional, since childhood, these are subconscious, by the way, unconscious. And as a child, just for example, if I punch you right now, you're going to go back, right? That's going to be your reflex
Normal
action,
reaction.
normal reaction. So when you're talking to me and I'm emotionally getting hurt, my body is developing a mechanism to close my emotions to not feel hurt. And that happens unconsciously. तो उसमें डिनाइल हो गया, पैसिव अग्रेशन हो गया, प्रोजेक्शन हो गया, बहुत अलग अलग टाइप के डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म्स होते हैं. जब ऐसे केसेस आते हैं, उन लोग इतना इंटेलेक्चुअलाइज कर देते हैं अपने केस को, अपने लाइफ को. What is intellectualization? When you put too much logic to something which nobody else can contest to. But internally, emotionally, you are messed up. अब वो
That's
layers,
just saving yourself, kind of.
Practically,
you feel really good about yourself.
Good about it.
yeah, but is it that feeling where you think that you are special because you kind of have the most difficult life and nobody else is having
People
this
don't
difficult-
victimize themselves like
Yeah,
Yes,
like
they
that.
do.
And they think they're special because they have this worst kind of situation in their lives and nobody else is suffering that much.
And वो लोग अपनी पूरी लाइफ ऐसे निकाल देंगे,
हाँ,
सोचते हुए कि हम ऐसे कर रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारी लाइफ ऐसे. तो वो इंटेलेक्चुअलाइजेशन पूरी लाइफ चलेगी उनकी. जब तक कोई काउंसलर उनको बैठ के समझाएगा नहीं, तुम कर क्या रहे हो अपने साथ. पहले तुम तो ठीक हो, उसके बाद तो तुम अपने पार्टनर ओपन हो या क्लोज्ड हो, तभी तो तुम अपने पार्टनर को खुश रख पाओगे.
yeah, and that must be affecting the kids whatever a lot.
यस, बट ऐसे पेरेंट्स हैं ना, इतना नॉर्मलाइज कर देते हैं घर पे एनवायरनमेंट कि बच्चों को पता ही नहीं लगता कि कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. बट द इम्पैक्ट इज ऑन द लार्जर स्केल. व्हेन द किड गेट्स इनटू अ रिलेशनशिप, फॉर दैट किड अ रिलेशनशिप मीन्स
Whatever that person
Whatever it comes.
whatever they have modeled.
model to do.
The fundamentals are
They are
exactly
seeing the
what
mother
they're
and
seeing going on.
father staying in the same room or in a separate room. That's also being modeled.
Yeah,
They're not fighting, but they're cold.
they're cool.
They're quiet. They're avoidant. And then attachment styles start forming. So they would either be an anxious avoidant, or they'll be extremely very. But every time they're anxious, they would want a host body to sort of cling on to.
What you're saying is basically they are going to become the toxic person without even knowing that they have the
They are
toxic.
going to find borderline personality disorder image.
Because they would think that is the
Black
norm,
and
that
white.
is their normal.
Yes.
And also sometimes they reject like other partner before they reject them, because that's a kind of anxiety, that's a kind of fear.
Fear.
So that rejection I can't handle, because so it's better like if I know that okay there will be a kind of rejection before you reject me, I'll reject you.
Yeah.
So they are not settled in relationship. So
They have
they are
severe
searching
commitment
mode.
issues.
So समझ लो हमारा एक बच्चा है और हम लोग open close जो भी marriage में, but we are not probably happy. Okay. Now this kid has learned whatever it has learned from us, is leading its normal life, घूम रहे हैं, मूवी जा रहे हैं, चिल कर रहे हैं, दोस्तों के साथ सब कर रहे हैं, लगेगा ही नहीं कि कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. जहाँ उसका प्यूबर्टी, अडोलेसेंट, यंग अडल्टहुड और कमिटमेंट रिलेशन का फेज शुरू होगा, उसको लगेगा कि मेरे तो कोई दोस्त ही नहीं बन पा रहे, मेरा कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं हो पा रहा है, आई एम रिजेक्टिंग एवरीबडी, एवरीबडी इज रिजेक्टिंग मी. Where is the stability in my life? Why am I suffering? Why am I facing? Then they will go to a counselor. The counselor will say, you've lived in a very toxic whatever. Then they're going to blame the parents. Then the blame parents at 40, 45 are going to go, oh shit, हमने अपने child से क्या कर दिया? Blah, blah, blah. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
It's a vicious cycle.
and do you think that is what is leading to all this nano shape and whatever the terms the Gen Zs have come?
100%. 100%.
Because the kind of model that what she is talking about, no, I don't have that kind of model which I can follow kind of thing. And the kind of model I'm following, okay, it's landing it to me in this kind of situation. So better like I need a kind of, because emotional need that is in it. So I need some kind of emotional support.
तो उसको तो क्यों change कर सकते?
हाँ, तो कहाँ से भी मिले? So if I'm not getting a kind of proper like drinking water, I can have it from anywhere because I need to drink that. So then I see that okay, no, what I was expecting, I'm not getting from that relationship. So okay, I'll shift to this. So maybe okay, from this person I'll have sexual kind of intimacy, that kind of pleasure. From this person I'll have this kind of this thing. So it's not like one person I'm getting everything. So I'm trying, testing and trying. Okay, let me try this, let me try that, and I'm not settled. And when you are not settled, your brain is not settled, your emotion is not settled. So actually you are in searching mode and you are like, no, your energy is gone.
So you develop a destabilized personality when you are not aware.
In love, what we call like the mutual trust. So that trust part is not there.
The soft skills of the whole relationship He's gone for a toss. क्योंकि उन्होंने तो देखा ही नहीं अपने घर में भी कभी.
And it must be very difficult.
Right, that is normal. The abnormal has been normalized in the family.
And then they become possessive.
That's it.
Okay. So and the relationship become like suffocating. So if I'm
clingy nature,
तो भाई चलो यही करते हैं. And that definitely it can go kind of longer run. That can go.
पेशेंस नहीं फॉर्म होता है तो वो छोड़ भी देते हैं. अगर एफर्ट भी लेना होगा तो दे विल नॉट टेक द एफर्ट टू स्टे इन द रिलेशनशिप.
So I have seen that kind of cases where like they are saying that okay, because my boyfriend or girlfriend like she didn't pick up my phone, so that means like she's now avoiding me, so breaking up.
या ये दिन में 15 कॉल
दिन
करके
में 15 कॉल करती थी, अभी like 5 कॉल हो रहा है तो definitely that means she doesn't love me or he doesn't love me. So that's the kind of definition like they are having now. So the relationship, the love, okay, like I have called her 5 times and she didn't reply. So that means like maybe she's in some other kind of
So
relationship.
faith is very
Faith is very shaky.
They don't know exactly where to put their.
एक्चुअली उनकी भी गलती नहीं है. द प्रॉब्लम इज कि आप वो आई थिंक वी ऑल स्टडीड द मैस्लोज हायरार्की ऑफ नीड्स. हमारे पेरेंट्स जो थे वो फर्स्ट लेयर फुलफिल करने में पूरी जिंदगी निकाल दी है.
Which is us.
या बेसिक
रोटी कपड़ा मकान.
रोटी कपड़ा मकान. उसके बाद वाला आप लोगों का जो जनरेशन है हैज़ बीन बिजी क्रिएटिंग सिक्योरिटी, फंड्स, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंसेस, ब्ला 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 ब्ला. हम जिस जनरेशन में बॉर्न हुआ था मुझे बोला गया था कि सिर्फ तुम्हें इंडिपेंडेंट होना है, तुम्हें किसी का ध्यान रखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो मेरे सॉफ्ट स्किल्स वैसे डेवलप हुए. अब मेरे जो जूनियर्स हैं उनके सॉफ्ट स्किल्स कैसे डेवलप हो रहे हैं?
कुछ करना नहीं.
कुछ नहीं करना है, तुम मज़े करो,
Just exist.
मज़े करो, प्यार करो, सेल्फ एस्टीम दूर दो.
But that is exactly, I think, the Gen Z traits are. उनसे काम करवाना is very.
But like we don't know because there is no Gen Z representative, so maybe
There is, I think.
so that then you can have their opinion, right?
Absolutely.
So maybe they have different kind of perspectives. Sometimes we think that okay, we are right, and
But I started with that perspective कि उनकी भी गलती नहीं है.